Some of the things you can do is stay calm. Is anyone hurt? Are there any weapons? These are some of the things that we'll need to relay to the police dispatcher. If there are weapons, secure the weapons. Don't have the weapons in your hand, because when police respond, we don't want to come across as a threat to the responding law enforcement. To call the police, emergency 911, Sinclair PD's direct number, 937-512-2700. Dayton Police Department's direct number is 937-333-2677. And those would be depending on what area that something would take place in. Most cases, a police officer will be sent to your location, whether it's on or off campus. And the 5 W's to kind of keep in mind that the police will want to know is: who did it? Who are you? Are there any witnesses? What happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Which is really important, whether it's on campus or off campus. And this basically will determine which agency is called to help respond. Why, or if there are any weapons involved, basically why did it happen and what type of weapons. Some of the questioning in the event that you have an encounter with the police, make sure that you understand what is being asked, and you can ask follow-up questions if you're not sure what you're being asked. Ask as many questions as you need, because we want to make sure that you understand what we're asking. If you don't understand, you can ask for an interpreter. That's something that is available. If you receive a citation or need a further explanation of a police encounter, you can contact or reach out to Chief Michael Koss or Lieutenant Steve Carroll, or anyone at the Sinclair Police Department at any time. And we have officers here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we can explain that process. With the court systems, victims have rights. If you're the victim of a crime, you may be entitled to have a victim advocate, which will be assigned to you. The advocate is provided by the prosecutor's office, and their job is to navigate the court system and basically be a little bit of support for the victim in the situation to make things a little bit smoother for them. The legal process: the person accused of a crime may have a ticket, summons, or a court order to appear for the offenses that they're arrested on. After the police complete their report is submitted to the prosecutor for review. They'll review the charges to see if there's enough probable cause to charge the person. And probable cause basically is more than likely that it occurred. After the prosecutor accepts the charges and they're approved, the case is then sent to the courts, and a court date is set for the case, and then that person will have their opportunity to appear in court. You have a right to protect yourself in situations. Many times it comes down whether you were being reasonable in the situation, the totality of the circumstances, and with the amount of force that you use to protect yourself. And through the court process, they'll try to get you to articulate that. And then with weapons are not permitted on campus. I would highly recommend walking in small groups wherever you're at, rather than trying to determine ways to arm yourself. Sometimes being in small groups of people that you trust can be more of a deterrent, because if somebody's walking by themselves, somebody, I think, is more likely to single them out to commit some type of offense against them.
Hello, my name is Earl Nichols. I am a counselor in Sinclair's Counseling and Accessibility Office. Some of the things that can happen as a result is there's an increased startle response. You are very hypervigilant about your surroundings and trying to figure out what is going on around you. The way that trauma is initially stored in the body, our brains doesn't really understand it, so it is stored through our sensory memory. So see, taste, touch, smell, and hear. So with that, you encounter and you endure an increased startle response. So again, maybe something that feels similar to that, you're kind of like, okay, right? Like, is this thing getting ready to happen again? So my first suggestion it's going to be counseling. Everybody experiences it differently. Two people can experience the same event and categorize it differently. So just kind of seeking some professional help to make sense of what you have just went through is going to be a good first step. However, if there are barriers to that, working on things that facilitate grounding, i.e. keeping you in the here and now. Because with the anxiety piece that comes along with trauma, it likes to transport you out of the here and now and transport you somewhere worrying about what if there's that hypervigilance playing a role again. What if that sound was another attacker? What if that sound was somebody trying to cause me harm? Going to seek professional help as soon as you start to recognize some of these things that we talked about earlier are off, right? Maybe you're a little bit irritable. Maybe you just can't seem to relax, right? Being able to go seek out the help so that way you can make sense of the things that have happened. You start the recovery process a whole lot sooner. If you have a broken arm, hopefully you don't just sit there with your arm just dangling and not being able to use it. You will go seek out immediate attention when you notice that pain, those things are going wrong. Apply that same principle to mental health as well. It plays a huge role. The theme of trauma is loss of power and control. And what we know about the environments that we exist in, those are either school, work, home, whatever, those play a huge role in our overall mental and emotional well-being. And so if we are surrounded by people who uplift us, who give us the opportunity to have control across various things, we can then start to poke holes in that logic of, well, we don't have control over all these things. I can't trust anybody. Everybody is bad, which are also some symptoms that develop as a result of experiencing and enduring a specific traumatic event. Learning to look at progress as not some groundbreaking, earth-shattering thing that's going to happen overnight. It is a series of steps that leads you to a point through a journey to a destination that you would eventually hope to be at, right? So that's one. Also, again, counseling, because through that, whatever therapist, counselor, whomever you are working with, will also be able to see the improvements in not only behaviors, but thinking patterns as well. Because again, with trauma, a whole lot of your thinking can get hijacked as far as not feeling safe and in control of your life.